Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Poetically Christian, and welcome to another edition of Should Christians Play, the series where we go between the ratings of the ESRB to answer the questions, should a Christian play, and is this game accessible for me? Hi guys, my name is Derek. I am a legally blind preacher and gamer, and today we're going to be reviewing an oldie but a goodie. That's right, 2010's Halo Reach, which was made for your Xbox 360 and also was ported ahead to your Xbox One and Series X through the Master Chief Collection, and I believe maybe soon to be ported over to the PlayStation 5. So, you guys know how we do. We review these games on two fronts. Is the game physically accessible for someone to play that's low vision or blind, deaf and hard of hearing, and motor disabled? And of course, we look at the other side of things on whether the game is morally accessible for a Christian to be able to play. And then at the end, I kind of just do a little bit of gameplay to give you guys a feel for whether you like the look of the game, the sound of the game, whether it seems like something you would be able to play morally or physically, guys. And before we get to that, guys, it would really help me out. I've seen on my analytics that the majority of the folks watching the channel are not subscribed, guys. If you don't want to miss any of our future videos and have them recommended to you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button on Poetically Christian YouTube along with that bell icon, and that'll alert you the next time a Should Christians Play episode comes out, along with our Let's Plays for Faith and Fun, Bible sermons, and so much more, guys. And of course, always liking, sharing, commenting on the videos helps me so much with the algorithm and helps godly content get out there, as being a Christian channel sometimes is kind of difficult. And of course, if you're watching over on Poetically Christian Gamer Twitch, you can hit that follow button, guys, and you'll get a notification the next time I'm live and be able to join me. All right, with all that out of the way and with all that being said, does it get any more classic, guys, than Halo? I grew up with the Halo Combat Evolved, and I've been following the series ever since, and I thought we'd start with the beginning here. Makes sense. Start with Halo Reach, the storyline-wise beginning of everything. And this game was made in 2010, and let's start off with the physical accessibility. And let's start off with the low vision and blind spectrum, because that's where I come at things from. Okay, first of all, for Halo Reach, of course, a game being from 2010, an Xbox 360 game, you can expect pretty much the usual suspects of the time. You kind of have these smaller menus. The only thing that helps it is it's got dark backgrounds, which is nice. It does have a nice contrast. It's got the dark background with the lighter writing, which really helps, but it is not very big. The writing could definitely be larger. In that case. And of course, on some of the backgrounds, when you get a light like this, it's kind of hard to see. Of course, for the completely blind, there is no menu narration, of course, unless you're maybe playing this on PC. On console, there is no menu narration, but the menus can be, set into place, and your settings can be saved and things once you get things the way that you want them. So with a little bit of initial sighted assistance, you can kind of get things set the way you want and then be able to play. This game has several modes on it, other than just the campaign. The campaign, I will say, is not very friendly to someone low vision or blind. There is no navigation assistance of any kind. It's kind of hard to know where you're going at times. And so I would not recommend the campaign if you're low vision and blind. Now, where this game is a game changer for the low vision and blind is in what I call the firefight, what the game calls the firefight mode. You can adjust the settings on this firefight mode to have invincibility for your health, infinite ammo, the ability not to have to even reload your game, or your gun, your game, your gun, and you can make it to where you can adjust the settings to have a kind of a sticky reticule or a sticky aim. So anytime you're near something, it automatically kind of like magnetizes to it, sticks on it, and will help you to be able to aim. So it's got a pretty heavy aim assist on this game. And what this is, Firefight is basically Halo's version of a horde mode. And it just sends wave after wave of Covenant after you. And you can kind of play it to your heart's content, set however many rounds you want, how difficult you want, the kind of enemies you want. You could set the map that you want for each of these playthroughs. And it takes a while. It's not like a quick little thing. You can set it to be a long play session. You can have somebody play with you co-op. It's really pretty awesome. This is what I find myself playing the most, as the campaign's kind of difficult, even being legally blind, to know where to go, what to do, things like that. So I find the most of my time and fun is put into the Halo Reach Firefight mode. And in this mode, like I said, by being able to turn on that infinite ammo, that infinite invincibility life, the reloads, you could just have some fun. I mean, you can just go on a tear and just play this game for absolute fun, and not have to worry about dying or anything like that. So it's kind of a rarity. The Firefight mode on Halo 3 ODST did not have this, so this is kind of a unique thing to Halo Reach, being able to have all these settings to modify the game, turn on all these modifiers. So pretty awesome. We wouldn't see something like this again till Halo Infinite, but we'll get there, guys. So for the blind and low vision, yeah, being able to play this game mode and being able to punch up the sound up and down things, having that sticky reticule for your very heavy aim assist, it makes the game playable for this mode alone. For the Firefight mode, I would definitely recommend it. For the campaign, not so much. So after some sighted assistance, some getting your settings right on your Firefight mode and on your regular settings, and being able to save them with some sighted assistance, this game is playable for someone low vision and blind. So I would have to give the game overall probably a C+ to a B-, as it's pretty awesome for a game from 2010 and kind of maybe a forgotten or unknown entity about Halo Reach that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope it helped you. Now for the motor disabled, there is no real button remapping in this game, but what you do have are these presets, and hopefully you would be able to find a preset that would be easier for you to be able to play the game, or one that would tailor to what you need. So pretty expected from a game from 2010, but we don't have the modern amenities like that we would have today or later on in games. So overall, C for motor disabled. And for the deaf and hard of hearing, we do have subtitle and the ability to turn subtitles on or off, but that's about it. We don't have, again, any of the future conveniences that we would have as far as speaker name, color coding the speaker, captioning of the sound effects, anything like that. But you just have the basic subtitles on and off. So again, 2010, to be expected. It gets the job done, but it's not as good as what we would get later on. So overall, again, I would have to give the game a C for the deaf and hard of hearing. So that's basically my physical review of the game. Now, what about the game morally? Should a Christian play Halo Reach? Well, this game got an ESRB rating of M for mature, for violence, and for mild blood. And the game has that. Of course, you are fighting against an alien race called the Covenant, and you are the human forces, the Spartans, and things like that, taking them on. So yes, there is some mild blood, but it's nothing over the top or egregious in that aspect. And you are fighting against creatures. They're aliens. We're not fighting against humans. So there's that. Of course, the game being a time of war, it's inherently violent. You are going to be shooting and throwing grenades and things like that. So if wartime violence is something that bothers you, it is in the game throughout. That's part of the game, whether you're playing the campaign or multiplayer. Um, it is justified, however, as it's a time of war, so I don't see a problem with that myself, but if that's something that you don't want to see or stay away from, then that's there. I don't see anything, as I've watched playthroughs of this in the past, I haven't seen any blasphemy in this game, or taking the Lord's name in vain. There's very mild language sprinkled very sporadically throughout this, so it's very, very tame that way as well. So overall, if you're not bothered by the violence and the mild blood that is in this game from fighting the Covenant, these aliens, then I would say this game, in my opinion, is safe for a Christian to play. It's one of the series that I've enjoyed. I've enjoyed the Halo series, and there's a lot of Christian takeaways that we could get, and maybe I'll make a video on that sometime in the future. You guys let me know on that. But overall, I would have to give the moral Christian accessibility for Halo Reach a B, just because of the inherent violence that's in the game that may hold a few back in that mild blood. Overall, I would give the game a B to B- for moral Christian accessibility. Now, how does the game feel? Well, let's go ahead and try a round of firefight here. And we're in the Glacier, which I might do a Let's Play of this. We're just going to show you a little limited thing here.
Firefight.
Thought this was fitting.
This sector is your #1 priority, soldier.
Set, start, skull on.
Does it get any more classic guys than Halo? And here come the Covenant ships. Yeah, I just kind of want to show you guys how Firefight looks, feels, sounds, so you guys can kind of be a judge on whether this is something you would be able to play, want to play. And as Mari would say, let's go. Oh, that music, guys. You got your classic jump, which is way up there. You can turn that up. You even got a jetpack in this one. All right. Oh, Killionaire. Oh, man. You gotta love it, guys. The cheesiness. It's Halo in all its glory. As you can see, you just kind of take out these waves of Covenant soldiers, and they'll keep sending more. They keep getting tougher and tougher. You can adjust however tough you want and who you want coming in what round. It's pretty awesome. A what? Oh. Got their little shields. You got your melee attack with your right bumper. You're like, ah! This is classic, guys. Sorry, I'm getting caught up in playing. I'm not talking much. This glacier map's pretty cool. And pretty fitting for this time of year, guys. He's like, oh. He's like, ah. I wanted to try to hit him with the melee.
Frenzy.
Just fun. It's just fun, guys. Like I said, when you can turn that stuff on to modify the game, it makes it playable, enjoyable for anybody. You can kind of hear where they're coming from if you're completely blind. I was trying to lay out some, not talk, so you guys can kind of hear it.
Reinforcements.
Reinforcements. I like the way that guy says it. You can kind of turn to where you hear the laser blasts. And let you know where the enemies are. So if you're worried about not being able to see where they are, you got infinite life, you got infinite ammo. You can listen, you can punch up things if you want to help you more.
Double kill.
Take one of the Covenant weapons here. Oh, that's so cool. So I hope this has helped you guys. Let you know what you think of it, whether you can hear it and see it, kind of get a feel for what the game's like. I hope this has helped you guys. Yeah, overall, for physical accessibility, guys, I would have to give the game a C+ for the blind and low vision, just because of all these settings we have and the ability to make this game playable, a Halo game playable for someone blind or low vision. And of course, having that ability to have the sticky reticule and punch things up and down is pretty cool. So overall, C to C+, guys. For the motor disabled, we don't have those button remapping, but we do have the presets. Once again, pretty typical from the time. Nothing crazy, nothing overly helpful, but nothing detrimental to playing the game. Hopefully you can find one that you can use and play. And so C again. And of course, for the deaf and hard of hearing, we have the subtitles. No speaker names or anything like the modern things we would get, but overall playable, again, C. And for the moral accessibility for Christians, like I said, we have some mild blood, as you guys can watch and see. You have some mild stuff throughout the game, violence being a war game, so those two things would kind of bring the game down a little bit if you have trouble with that. So overall, I would say for moral Christian accessibility, this game would get a B, as it is very playable and approachable as long as you don't have a problem with wartime games and things like that. So overall, B for Christian accessibility. I hope this has helped you guys. This has been another edition of Should Christians Play, the series where we go between the ratings of the ESRB to answer the question, should a Christian play? And is this game accessible for me? I hope this has helped you. If it has, guys, and you don't want to miss any of our future Let's Plays, Christian gaming reviews, Bible sermons, Disciples Above Disability series, and so much more, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button on YouTube on Poetically Christian. Along with that bell icon, you'll be alerted the next time we make videos just like this. And of course, liking, sharing, commenting helps my ministry immensely and helps the algorithm on YouTube. Otherwise, they don't know you like it, and YouTube has less of a chance of recommending it, guys. So I can't do it without you. And if you're watching on Poetically Christian Gamer Twitch, gonna hit that follow button, guys, and that'll give you a little notification when I'm live, and you can join the show and be part with me in the chat. I'd love to see y'all, get to know you better. I hope this has helped you guys, and until the next one, I love you. God loves you. And bless wishes, guys.